and welcome to the greatest show, in my opinion, the late night miniatures. Yes, today we will try something new. A new tactical and strategic game in a fantasy world. Yes, I have not played that one, but I hope I will soon. So, we will open a box, a very special box. A box with some, hopefully, nice sculpted miniatures. Alright? So, fourth, into the depth of the new fantasy game that's called Conquest. Okay. So, this is the game Conquest, and this game differs a bit from the other games that we have, the strategic games, because they don't have the deployment phase as I understand it. You have a different weight of the units in the army. Yes, so you have the very light that will enter the battlefield in the first wave. Then you have the middle class, the not maybe so robust units that you have. And then you have the old guard, as Napoleon would say, the heavy. Right, so they will come into the like waves, like first wave, then you have 2 or 3 or 5 turns, and then you have the second wave, and then a third wave, right? So it's going to be like this column thing. It's an interesting feature, actually it is. But and then of course you can choose in which number those from the light will enter, and those in the medium and the heavy. Okay, so the light units from each of the armies fight out, and some of them maybe are wiped out, and then you put in the other. Okay, so you can steady, easy build up your forces in strength. Okay, you have of course magic, and there are some fractions. There are these kind of strange wood orcs kind of things, like something between wood elves and orcs. Then you have the north. Then you have this kind of robotic, kind of fiery dwarf kind of things. You have the Nordic barbarians, north kind of raiders thing, and then you have of course the humans, like always the human. I wonder if there is any game without humans. Anyway, so we try that. So this is a unit that is we can see if there are heavy or light. Or anyway, humans in this game is called the 100 Kingdoms. So I wonder if there have been 100 kingdoms, or there are altogether 100 kingdom army. So it's like human beings are against all of the rest of people. So this is how they will look when they are painted. And you can see you can either have them as a hunter crate or longbow miniatures. Hunter's crate. I thought it was Hunter's Guard first, but then there is a C instead of a G, and you missed the U here somewhere. So let's open up. We take our trusty scalpel. It's Mystic Scalpel for you, ladies and gentlemen. And we slip off the plastic. Yes, just rip and tear into it. Okay, now this is great. So we have this box. It's a you hear? I think it's the bases there. So let's see. How do we open it? It's not the. It's a different kind of opening system. Actually, it's maybe. It wasn't the easier box to open, I must tell you. I think it's a kind of. I will open it here, right? And then it should go like this. Whoop! Whee! Nice! Okay, so we have some bases. And we have 4 big bases. They are about 6 millimeters in... No, they are 40... No, yes, they are 6 centimeters. 6.5 actually. Wait, and then you have some cards, right? And you have the longbows, and you have the hunter's creed. Okay, and then when you are like showing which kind of unit enters, you will like summon the deck, like in Magic you have the deck here, and you will put which one. For example, the light will come in the hunter creed, right? And then you have all the longbows. It's dependent in which phase, in which of the phases on whatever. You understand? In the flows they enter. So we have this, except for this card. You have this little nice lovely thing here. Okay. Instructions. And then and you have some, I think they are monopose as well. That's I think that's where everybody's heading this nowadays. The monopose pose, but you can extend the arms for the bows or whatever, or the long bows or whatever it is, right? But there are you see the difference here. Like this is the crossbow and this is the long bow guy, yes, with an arrow shooting. So this is what we're gonna do. It's a rather new game onto the market. I think it's about 2 years old. Bases, and there are, and this is I can open it up here. Yes, and these are the like this the unit, right? The unit is about 3 bases wide of the big ones, and so they are like 12 people here on this one. Of course, standard bearer, commander, and musician. I think it's now just a regular thing, right? So you move it like this. So it's almost like a tray, moving tray. And then you have the bases in which they are planted into it. Both good and bad. I don't really understand. Don't know the mechanics of the game. If you take out, if the unit gets a wound, you will take out one of the miniatures, and you get smaller and smaller units. We can go now to the actually the quality of the longbows guys here. So let's see, how many do we have? We of course got 12. Okay, just a quick look. Let's take the box away. It's a nice box. Something. Oh. And the A and the B broke off. I see. And the A and the B. These are small tiny things. That is A and the B. So we put this away. So now let's see what we have here. You see it? Yes, you see it. They are about the same quality as Games Workshop. Maybe a bit. No, it's maybe a little bit flexible. Okay, because you have the parts are a bit flexible, right? So then they are not so stiff. So we need to watch out when we are taking out the arrows here, right? We need to chop it here, right? So this, I think this could be a breaking point. Yeah, any mode lines? Oh, they're good, rather good. They have a lot of different heads. Some of them have barretts or whatever barrett. How do you call it? There are some nice. They're kind of bit of Britannia inspired, right? With it's kind of this witch hunter thing. So they're like a dark medieval guys, rogues, outlaws, or whatever. Oh, this is a nice. This is a quiver with some extra hammers on the sides. That's good. That's nice. So 6 quivers. Now, look, that's great, because they have different quivers for the bolts, for the crossbow, and for the arrows. Right? This is the arrow ones. And this is for the crossbows. So that's a good feature. And then you have the hats. A hat like a pirate, also kind of thing, inspired, like dark pirate kind of thing. And you have beards, and take it closer, make it a bit closing up here. You see you have different facial sculptures. You have this one, this Viking kind of thing without the beard, and then you have rogue eyes with something on the mouth here. You see something here, so it's just going to be nice. Now I think that if you do this, you should do this is a typical, like a quiver with some pigeons on. So that's a oh well, we need to have something here. Let's throw in a pigeon. Okay, so now how many do we have? The bows and the crossbows. Okay, bows, quiver. So this is, and they are about the same. Okay, so we have. Do they differ? They differ a little bit, actually, not much, but differ. Someone is kneeling also, so you have a kneeling guy. Right? Well, you have the torso of a kneeling guy. Hope the rest of him is kneeling as well. It could be rather hard to paint. Okay, so we have these fellows. So you don't have any. Wonder where the quiver goes. Or if it goes in the back or like. So we will see. So we have some. Where's the command? Oh, this is the command spur. Okay, so we have a standard bearer. We have a twisting, I don't know, smoke kind of thing, or a very long hair. We have a feather, a lantern, dagger, dirks, faces. Aha! He will have a plume in his hat. See this? This is, and then we have a little feather here somewhere, like here, for example. You see, this is a bit featherish like thing. So you put it in the helmet, and this is, I don't know, a mustache or something, or a very sad face. See it under my thumb here. Wonder what that goes. So this could be very interesting to build up. We will see if what we will choose if we going for the one. I think it's smoke. It can't be hair. You must look at this. You think it's smoke or hair? No, it looks a bit smoke. Let's see on the box. But I wonder who will be. No, there's a man smoking in the back. Smoking man. So I need to read up on the rules. Which ones are better, the longbows or the crossbows? Because you can like boost the units, right? If you use some cards, you can, like, for example, they make double attacks instead of one, and so on and forth. This is, I think that this I need to watch the instruction of the smoking, because that's interesting. I got a bit interested there. Oh yes, it's a lantern smoking kind of thing. You can have two different kind of standard bearer. Look, you can even have this Tutankhamun one-feathered guy, right, with a hammer and a pouch. Or you could have this kind of warlock king with the feather guy with a smoking cannon, no, a smoking kind of this, and some papers scribbled. So, and I wonder if they have commanders in there, because I don't see any commander. I see just a standard bearer and no command like men. So, but we only have we only get one standard, so we need to make this choice if we want to. And the standard bearer is in the front. Yes. Anyway, they look very good. I think you need, maybe if you want to do it correctly, I will think you will need to soap it up a bit. So because they can have this thin layer of something on them, because they feel kind of slippery. If you feel there is not this clean kind of feeling to it. So they have mustard, so you need to like wash it up good. And then you can choose if you want a screaming head and this lantern thing with the smoke, or if you want just the hammer with the pouch. What the hell there is. And this one, I don't know what that's head barretts. They are going onto the crossbows in the front. Commands per part. Is this a commander? No, they have a commander, but the commander doesn't differ from many other longbowmen. Here's the commander. I would never imagine that it says the longbow commander, and he has a special crossbow with the sad mouth. Yes, the other one has just regular crossbows, but this one has the sad face crossbow. There you have it. There you have this one. So let's do like this. Yes, that commands per die. So that's interesting. Yeah, this is going to be. Wonder what well, they have chosen a rather dark kind of color scheme to it. If we look on the box, and they're trying to have this light blue and green kind of thing, and lots of brown. So they are very, very dark painted fellows. But they're all really nice painted. But anyway, they feel a bit, how can I, dark fantasy. I think is that what they're trying to make this Parabellum creators very dark. And it's 14 years up, so you need to be a rather old chap to assemble these. So I can give a challenge and give it to my son and see how it works. He's 5. No, maybe we won't. So this is this. I would definitely go with the smoke. It's going to be hard to paint. Never painted smoke before. So that's going to be an interesting part. Don't know if I go with the crossbow or the longbow. Ah, we see a difference. This is the longbow of the commander. He has this kind of compound thing going here with 2 strings, I think. The regular bows are more like an elfish kind of thing. You see, this one is also maybe a bit kind of compound bow kind of thing. Right, so yes, this is they look good, and you can make they can be a bit different because you can lots of them have like things painted on them, and they have eye patches and some mouth hidden, and they have bandanas on them, and then have of course long hair, short hair. Yeah, they have a difference. So this is interesting. I am very interested in these pigeons. That's a typical one. So we will put it together maybe next episode. But I really need to get my Romans on the foot and on the march. At least one part of the legion that I'm painting, and we need to make the Velites and the Triaris as well. So I think these will need to wait. But it's real nice to try something new. Well, except from the painting and the assembling part, because that's most or less every miniature. There are very few games. I know the Star Wars game. What's the name? Legion or something. We can check it up. What's the name of the Star Wars game from Target Games or whatever they are called. I know that they come in already assembled units, or more or less, right? So there's no so much gluing and stuff, and then you have the old historical version. So where is the game is, and and yes, they are Legion. Yes, Star Wars Legion they are called. and they are more or less already assembled. You just glue them on top of the bases, or just so they're easy. I know I had a bit problem gluing the ATST when I did them, but yeah, they were fun. They are fun to actually, if you play Stormtroopers, it's the best. It's so easy to paint them. The Rebels, of course, a bit harder, but still they're good. And they have the Darth Vader and Skywalker thing, of course, going on there. So this is gonna be fun to do. I look very forward to it, and that's good. That's nice that you get your cards with the box, right? So I will look up the for the either for the longbow or the crossbow, guys. And yes, so this is gonna be fun, and we see which ones we will glue together. Anyway, from us all to you all, a very nice and cozy New Year's Eve. Lots of love, lots of gluing, not sniffing though. Remember, that's very dangerous for you. And maybe some mounting, and of course some playing, some having some matches, some battles. Fight out the grudges between the light and the dark, from order and chaos to the other destruction, or how you select it even. Yes, that's for everything from us on this New Year's Day night. So I will upload the video. It will be a little bit later in the day. But anyway, and we will maybe try to make a new movie as soon as possible, so our hands don't like rust, don't break. So I see very fond of I have so much planned, my dear friends. Remember, we have the Orcish guys. We need to do them ready. We have the our legions of Pompeii. We have our gaming room that we're gonna make. You can join me on the journey when I'm sweating and doing big modeling, scale 1:1. Yes, that's gonna be impressive, I tell you. And after that, we yes, we continue to, and then of course we have Second Life. We can't forget about that, because we have lots of people that needs to be redone and give them more love that they actually received in their earlier years of life. And yes, so from us all to you all, a very merry New Year. And a lovely 365, or if it's an extra year, 66 or whatever. Have a good night or morning.